couple of announcements. Beginning of Indigenous Week this week, please check out all the events. We have a Google Drive workshop coming up. I just heard from Todd on June 27th. It'll be an evening thing. Look for the announcements in the e-news. And the fact that I'm going to be away in September and October, and Lilius Cowper, our co-chair, is going to be taking over for me while I'm away.
Where are you going today?
Today, I'm going down to Studio Bell to be there for the beginning of Indigenous Week. And that's why I've got my treaty shirt on. And so anybody else who wants to come down at 1 o'clock, I'll be so happy to see you there.
Worship together. My dear ones, my heart is so full as we celebrate the close of this church season. Happy Father's Day to all you fabulous fathers and grandfathers out there. And it's so hard to believe that the first day of summer is on Tuesday, the solstice, the longest day of the year. It's already staying light till after 10 p.m. I love living in Calgary. And I know you're all going to be, you're all experts at getting out there and enjoying the great outdoors and all the sun and warm. And I hope you have a lot of good plans for rest and relaxation and enjoyment this summer. There's a lot of things planned all over Calgary too. So we're blessed to live in a very exciting and interesting place. So we're encouraging you all that if you happen to have advance notice that you might be going to do something fun and you want some company, you can let Todd know and he'll put it in e-news and you can invite each other. Or of course you can just use your members directory and call each other up and say, hey, let's go for a walk. Or I know it's short notice, but I'm going so-and-so, will you join me? So don't hesitate to reach out and gather. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. So our special present, I'm very excited. We get to watch a special message from Jane Perry. Roll it.
Good morning, Calgary Unitarians. For those who haven't met me yet, my name is Jane Perry. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the music director at Calgary Unitarians, currently on leave. I wanted to pop in just to say hello before we get to the end of this official church year and to say thank you. I have so much gratitude to this congregation for supporting me with your messages, your texts, your emails, hanging out on my Caring Bridge page for the last 5 or 6 months now, and continuing to offer me that support. I really appreciate it. Equally grateful to the stalwart band of choristers and technicians who have helped to keep choir going and music going at church through these last months in my absence. You've done stellar work. I'm so appreciative, and thank you for keeping the musical joy going in the building. It is my full plan to return to you all with on all cylinders just blazing, starting in January 2023. And such plans, friends, such plans. Cabaret 2023 is going to be called We Rise Again. This was a theme as chosen by your choir this past spring. We didn't have a chance to do that particular theme, but we're going to do it in 2023. It's going to be about joy. It's going to be about resilience. It's going to be about being together again. I miss all y'all like crazy. And again, thank you for being there for me. I'm looking forward to getting back in the saddle in January and being there again for you once more. Thanks, friends. Have a wonderful summer.
Thank you, Jane. So good to see you smiling and visiting with us. We're grateful to you, of course. We love you so dearly. Now, if you'll please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing our opening hymn, For All That Is Our Life.
All right. Good morning, everyone. It's so good to be here this morning. And I'm supposed to wait till I see myself. Oh, that's not working. Okay. I could wait a long time. That's, you can see me. Oh, that's great. That's great. So as many of you know, I'm Deary Sheila, Director of Religious Education here at the Calgary Unitarians, and my pronouns are she and her. And big shout out to Jane and Cora watching at home. Nice to see you out there. And, you know, it's been a little bit of a tech morning, hasn't it? A little bit of a morning. And, you know, a funny thing happened to me on the way to church this morning. Actually, it happened last night. I was here working late and getting the rooms ready for next year. And my husband, Arno, picked me up in the car and we're on the way home. And we realized the brakes aren't working. And my first thought is, do I have any enemies? But we managed to get home. You know, we parked the car, but it meant we didn't have the car for this morning. So I adventurously took the bus. It was a C train and then a bus and a bit of a walk. And, you know, it made me feel like I was in my early 20s again when I didn't have a car. And I thought to myself, you know, people pay big bucks to feel young again. And I just had to pay for a bus pass. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And as many of you know, today is our last in-person service before the summer, and we will be back in September. And so I'm off for the month of July, although I am extending Youth D&D a couple extra sessions. I couldn't resist because we're having such a good time and we got to finish our campaign. And yeah, there's a whole storyline. So I'm like, I'm not ending it. I will extend it another couple weeks and we'll finish up. So that'll be good going into the beginning of July. But yeah, I'm off for July, but then I hope to see many of you out in August for camp, our Unitarian camp, medieval encampment. We are almost completely booked up. So I just have 2 tents left. So I have one rugged, small 2-person tent with washrooms outside, and it's a very good price point. And then I have a luxury 2 tents, 650 square feet, sleeps 8 people. So if you have friends, come on out. I want to book that tent. But also if you're thinking, oh, I can't come out for the whole weekend, and you just want to come up for the Saturday, you can do that too. So we have activities, there's sword fighting and there's leathercraft, and we're having a barbecue lunch and medieval feast on Saturday. And I still have tickets for that. So let me know, DRE@calgaryunitarians.ca, and we will make it happen. So I'm looking forward to camp. And and for the young at heart, we've extended it. We're a small congregation. So if you're between 18 and 50, come on out to Young at Heart, and we're doing pin bar this Wednesday. And if you're over 50 and you want to come, it's okay. But we'll be at the pin bar 7 to 9. It's free pinball machines all night, and wings are half price. So I will have a table there. Come find me, and we're going to have a really good time this Wednesday, our big hurrah before the end of summer here, or to celebrate the beginning of summer, and solstice is coming up. So let's see what I got left here. Oh, yes. So as you know, today we're celebrating saying hi to Jane Perry, and we're doing solstice, and we're talking about Indigenous Peoples Day and Father's Day today. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And I actually have a great secret craft to honor dads today for the kids. It's completely top secret, so I can't tell you, but it's going to be very good. But you might be thinking, I want to do a secret craft. And so the story for today is how to surprise your dad. All right, roll story. Let's go. It is called How to Surprise Your Dad by Jean Regan. All right. Shh. To surprise your dad, you have to be tricky. First of all, don't let him see this book. How to hide this book. Wrap it in paper and cover it in pictures. That way, he'll never know it's about him. Tuck it between books that nobody ever reads. Where's the polka dotted hippo book? Wink, wink. Make up a secret name for it, like polka dotted hippo book. And be sure to wink when you say it. You may be already good at surprises, but do you want to become a super dad surpriser? Great. Luckily, any day is a perfect day to surprise a dad, and there are so many different ways. Some surprises you make, so you can draw hearts and hide them everywhere. You can build a snow dad. You can invent something amazing just for him. Other surprises you do. Get his toothbrush ready. Reorganize all his shoes and hats. Help him with the grocery shopping. If you want to make him laugh, walk and talk like a dad. And some surprises you don't make or do. Instead, you find them. How to find surprises. Look up, down, under, and all around. Stay perfectly still and listen. Dig a hole, sift through sand, or kick up some leaves. Kids have good eyes for nature. Dads, not so much. So surprise him when you find a caterpillar nibbling a leaf, a squirrel hiding in a tree, dandelions for a bouquet, a heart-shaped rock, a busy anthill, or geese flying high above. And now that you're an expert on any day surprises, you're ready for special day surprises. These take a little more planning. And if your mom's good at keeping secrets, you can ask her to help. So, special days for dads. Father's Day, his birthday, welcome home, congratulations. First, choose when to have the big surprise and decide to invite just your family, your pets, your stuffed animals, his friends, your friends, relatives, neighbors. Oh, so many people. Then decorate with his favorite color. Keep it simple or go wild. Remember, save some ideas for next time. And now plan the yummiest surprise, the treats. Create a dessert that looks like your dad. Bake cookies with extra chocolate chips. It's your dad's special day, so be sure to have his favorites like spicy chips or smoked oysters or super stinky cheese. And don't forget presents. So presents for a dad. You can have a shirt and tie, and instead of wrapping these, you can wear them for an even bigger surprise. And everything you need to make paper airplanes together, our secret treasure map of your yard, or coupons. And check also any day surprises you make, do, or find. And if your dad gets suspicious and asks, hey, is something going on here? Look innocent. Practice in the mirror. Say something behind you. It's very boring right now. You shouldn't turn around. And think fast. Distract him with a crazy dance. And when it's surprise time, make sure everyone is hiding. Between the pictures or the plants or balloons, behind curtains or the couch or a coat rack, under the table cushions or blankets, and while you wait for your dad, practice whispering, surprise. Okay, no, shh. Surprise! And remember, all of the surprises, the best ones are the special ones that you dream up just for your dad. And now, don't forget to hide this book and shh. And if you do want your dad to read it, have him say this pledge before he starts. I, Dad, promise not to remember anything in this book, especially anything about surprises. The end. And now Steve Martin has a quote that says, a father carries pictures wherever his money used to be. So whether you just have a memory of your dad that you're thinking about today, or a male figure that you'd like to honor today, wishing all of you a very happy Father's Day. And now join me as we sing the kids. Oh, one more thing. First,
say, we love you, Sheila.
Oh,
Awesome.
thank you, Shelley.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate that.
Fantastic.
That was also a nice surprise.
That's great. Fantastic. Thank you. And we're going to have to sneak down and do secret dad surprises too. We want to. Save some for us.
Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the love of God surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
Now's the time when we light our candles of care and concern for our joys and our sorrows. We always light a candle for joy. And celebration and good news, and the candle for the sorrows and the challenges and the struggles and the worries. And a candle for the world. Everyone out there, we're thinking of you. There's a lot of cares in our world right now, and some good news always. Going to find the good news is a fun exercise. Got to look for it. It doesn't come the way the rest of the news comes, does it? I'd like you all to join me in sending special prayers of love and support to the family of Peggy Raitt, one of our long time members, who passed away at the age of just almost 102. She will be fondly remembered and missed. And her service will be on Sunday, July the 17th, here after our Stampede Pancake Breakfast, which you know will be the second Sunday of Stampede, not the first like it often is. So hopefully you can join in honoring Peggy on that special day. And it's yet to be decided if that will be live streamed or not. So stay tuned to eNews and announcements for that. There's an adorable picture of her. And I'm told when she came into the sanctuary in her walker, she'd always just point at someone and say, that meant, go make my tea. I like Peggy already. Wish I had a chance to know her when she was here with you all. And our dear Jane Perry is experiencing the loss of her own father, who died last week. He had a long battle with Parkinson's and dementia and was quite agitated. And so his family acknowledges the relief that he is no longer suffering, and of course will miss him dearly. And they'll be waiting for Jane before they have a service, hopefully next spring when all is well and she's able to travel again. So our thoughts are with them. And it is, of course, Father's Day, which is good news for many. We have loving fathers. If we are fathers, if you are grandfathers and have fabulous grandchildren. And we also know that not everyone has that special relationship with their dad, that this can also be a hard day and a day that reminds us of estrangements or loss or difficulties that we've encountered in our lives. So whether we are celebrating or experiencing a day of difficult remembrance, let us all hold each other with love and kindness on this Father's Day. And it is Indigenous Peoples' Day on the solstice. The solstice is a traditional day of celebration in many First Nations, so it was chosen for that reason to be Indigenous Peoples' Day. Every June 21st, it was first honored and acknowledged here in Canada in 1996. And it's a wonderful chance to honor and celebrate all the many achievements and contributions of all the First Nations citizens of Canada, and recognize that there's a difficult history there and still a great deal of truth and reconciliation work to be done. So all week long, there are celebrations and opportunities to engage and participate in continuing our commitment to truth and reconciliation. There's a blanket exercise being offered by Lisa Larondel, the Indigenous Education Liaison Person for Calgary Learns. There's one tomorrow, Monday in the morning, and one on Wednesday afternoon that's almost full. And then Fort Calgary is hosting a walk for reconciliation from the Harry Hayes building all the way to Fort Calgary on the 21st, and there's a barbecue with that. And again, there are so many events. Definitely check online, and if you have the time, get out there this week and spend some time honoring our Indigenous siblings, all our relations. Today in the United States is Juneteenth. June 19th in 1865 in Texas was the day that the enslaved people first learned that they had actually been freed 2 years prior. The slaveholders in Texas withheld that information for that long a period until they were finally given a direct order that they had to free the enslaved people. And so the following year in 1866, on June 19th, or Juneteenth as it is known, there was a big celebration, and that has become a national holiday, I'm proud to say, now in the United States. Officially, as of last year, Juneteenth is a holiday. So we honor and recognize the freedom that that brings. And again, we honor that there is a long road ahead in further racial reconciliation and justice work to be done. So now I will invite you to come up and light a candle or add a pebble to our collective waters here while we hear the world premiere of Like a Willow from Euphonia and Reverend Lynn Harrison, who helped them create this song for Jane, who decided that she's going to embody the willow through her journey. And we are known as Team Willow, her supporters and people who love and admire her so much. Jane, this is for you. So beautiful. So beautiful. And just the first time of many, we'll all learn it. And hopefully when Jane gets back, she can be here to direct the actual choir in person. And we'll just continue to celebrate that and cherish that song from here on out, I just know it. It's beautiful. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for working so hard on that and making that beautiful, beautiful piece for our fabulous, wonderful, amazing Jane. Wow, it is the end of the church year, eh? I'm becoming a Canadian. My goodness. What a year it has been. And I really just want to take this time to talk with you all and thank you from the bottom of my heart for the absolutely extraordinary privilege it's been to be your interim minister and to have yet again another year coming that's going to be full and exciting and wonderful again. This time of pandemic and transition has been so challenging for us all, to say the least. And from the very beginning, when I first met our search committee here, I just knew this was going to be fabulous, that this is a really great place for me, that we really are a good match personality-wise and with our interests. And I was so excited to come. And it's just gotten better and better and better all the time. The more of you I get to spend time with, the more of you I get to know, all of the amazing work that we do together. So many people went above and beyond to immediately make me feel welcome. And you almost, we haven't been able to use our building, and yet we've carried on. Our meetings have continued. Our board, all of our amazing ministry teams have carried forward and continue to do amazing, amazing work. So we are a true testament to the resilience and commitment and love that is this beloved community. People here really care deeply and spend the time necessary to make this place the sacred place that it is for all of us. So I want to thank each and every single one of you, whether you've been able to participate online or in person, a little bit of both. It is such a joy and a privilege. I am continually impressed by how kind and thoughtful and friendly this group of people really is. And it's not just because you're Canadian. That's some of it, but not every minister and not every congregation has this kind of special relationship. And I know this church has been through some difficult conflicts in the past. And your amazing Committee on Shared Ministry did a lot of hard work on a covenant of right relations. And then there hasn't been too much chance to really practice covenant in the same room together. So we're going to do more of that in the coming year, because it really is the heart and soul of Unitarian Universalism, is the fact that we are a covenantal faith. We choose to be together in right relationship. We choose to love one another. That's what sets us apart. That's what makes us special. And this place has a big heart. And I can tell you, even just among my acquaintance of 5 or 6 ministers who've had to leave their congregations on bad terms or had negotiated resignations, the number of negotiated resignations has gone up 50% in the last couple of years with COVID. We're having a minister shortage. So many people are retiring, leaving work, leaving their churches and saying enough is enough because there's so much conflict. There are so many bullies and the ministers get so badly treated by people. And the congregations, fearing that there'll be nobody left to do the work, doesn't hold people accountable. They're conflict avoidant. And they don't want to say to somebody, that's out of covenant, that was hurtful. Please try again. Please be accountable for treating one another with love. That just doesn't happen nearly the way it should. So a lot of our ministers have really been abused and suffered, and the congregations, you might have 100 amazing people doing incredible work, and those 5 bullies cause them problems. So I just want you to be aware of that this congregation is extraordinary and that just doesn't happen here. People are kind, people listen, people are respectful, and we do our very best. Our 8th principle conversations were a wonderful example of how we don't always have to agree. We can certainly discuss the matters and have different opinions about things. But when it comes down to it, we're using our conscience and our hearts to say, how can we be in right relationship around this? What's at stake here? And how can we agree on a way forward that preserves our covenant and our relationship, and continue then to have that open, honest, vulnerable exchange of ideas and presence with one another in ways that will serve the greatest good. We're always looking to that mission. So that is just, I wish I could bottle it. I wish I could take it to General Assembly. I wish I could take it to ministry days and give that cup of kindness to all of my friends who are struggling, who have just Edmonton, the little Westwood Church just lost their minister and their DRE after a period of struggle. And the number of people I know personally that have had this happen, it's just tragic. And there is a minister shortage right now, and that's partly why. So know how special you are. Cherish one another, cherish and preserve the integrity of this covenantal community, because you are an example to everyone else. And that word gets around, my lovelies. The minister world is small, and we talk to each other. And UU world is small. So it is known far and wide that you are the nice ones, right? Not just because you're Canadian, but because you do community so well. I really just wanted you to know that as you're going into settled search, that's going to be one of the shining beacons in the congregational record of this church, that we may be rebuilding, we may be coming out of a period where not as much was able to get, we weren't able to do as much as we wanted to, but we're still here and our heart is still with us, and we are still a covenantal faith community doing amazing things. So it may not look quite the same in terms of the calendar, perhaps, but it very much is apparent that you have what matters the very most. And that's all this wonderful love. I want to thank you very much for that. It's been a tremendous honor for me. And it's such a pleasure to minister with you, to share this place with you, and to work together, knowing that everyone can bring their gifts and share and do so in a respectful way. And I feel very respected and honored as your minister. So thank you very much for that. And of course, thank you to all of our amazing ministry teams, my wonderfully wise and delightful alliterative women, Brandis and Breton, are my transitions team and continue to support me and encourage me. And they're here for all of you as we continue this transition to be eyes and ears of what's going on with the church and what the needs are, and to help me help you. Our incredible staff, Sheila and Jane Perry and Todd Robertson. Incredible. They are the key ingredients in the secret sauce, my dear ones. Our wonderful board of trustees. They're again, delightful board. Not all boards enjoy meeting. Some of them meet for 4 hours at a time. Lots of them are not very nice. We are blessed with a really nice board of trustees who works their little tushies off and does amazing things for this congregation. And so many went above and beyond during COVID and hung in there extra years and extra time. And so to those who just recently left the board and those who just recently come on, again, it's such a privilege and an honor and a delight to work with all of you. Our Committee on Shared Ministry has good things up and coming for us. They're focused on our mission and all of our programming. They're going to present to us in September. We come back on September 11th. That'll be Water Communion Day. And on September 18th, the COSM will have a forum and a lunch to tell us all about the results of our survey. And they're going to kick off for us what I'm calling the visioning and discernment season this fall. And this is going to pertain not only to the board of directors, the Committee on Shared Ministry, the transitions team. We have a moving forward team who's going to present to us, thanks to Lilius and Marcia, for some wonderful work on a presentation about what are our options with this building and our space and our physical presence in the world. And we have a new outreach team, and I'm going to be enlisting their help along with membership. They're working together on how we show up in the community and represent ourselves and get to know new partners, and really make more of Calgary aware that we're here and we're willing to work and do all the great things that make Calgary so special, and all of the justice work that's so dear to our hearts. So all of our teams are going to be working together really on who are we, who's Calgary Unitarians, why are we here? What is it that we do? What are your chief values? What drives this place? And what is it that we want to focus on in rebuilding, knowing where we want to go, but also knowing this is our focus. We're going to continue all of the great work we've been doing. And so we're going to have a lot of what we call town halls or discernment circles or listening circles. And we want all of you to participate in the fall in helping us gather all that information. So search team will have specific questions. The outreach and membership may have some questions for you. The COSM has questions, but really it's all aimed at the same purpose of what is our vision? How do we discern the way forward for this congregation? What ministry do you want to do? And what minister do you think might be the best fit for you as we do that process? So we'll really be looking to have everybody participating and sharing your wisdom as we formulate all of that together. The board will be having a strategic planning retreat in the fall. And there's just so much happening. We've really got a lot going on. So if it may not seem that way, all you have to do is check in with me or the Committee on Shared Ministry or any of your board members. We can share with you everything that's been happening. Very good news, thanks to Mitch and to Brandis, who've been keeping an eye on Euphonia and our music program for us. We have begun advertising for a temporary music director until Jane is well and can come back to us. We want someone to help lead those choir rehearsals and accompany us on Sundays. So that is in the works. Everyone send out good vibes. If you know of anybody, send them our way. We're advertising. And we want to thank everyone who just continues to make this place run. Our plant team continues to monitor this building and take good care of it. And so there's just a lot of people doing a lot of hard work. Duff did us a favor and updated our list of all of our teams. That's on the back of the door when you go into Barker. So if you wonder about who does what around here and what's going on, that's a good place to look. So as we just continue this journey together of ministry and love and connection, again, I bless all of you for a joyful summer. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Once again, I love you very much. Mwah. Thank you. And now is the time we honor and gratefully receive the financial support of our members and friends who keep this place going. It's through everyone's hard work and dedication that we're able to continue this ministry and build beloved community. We know that there's lots of ways to give, and many of you give electronically, and we appreciate that so much. Those regular contributions help us stick to our budget and keep things on track. And all of your financial contributions are most gratefully received. There's envelopes here, and we have a basket that will come around if you'd like to make an in-person contribution today. And we're going to put up our slide that will tell you all the wonderful ways you can give online. And again, thank you for all of your generous support. Our 4 others for the month of June is Skipping Stone, which leads the way in providing affirming care to trans and gender diverse youth, adults, and families with a wide array of services. And their unique model also includes an affirming network of businesses and organizations throughout the city that are known to be affirming, welcoming, and supportive of our trans community. So important. So this is our last Sunday to be able to contribute to them as well. We're going to be working with the Affirming Network on the Pride Parade that's coming up. So all of your gifts are most appreciated by them as well. Your gifts will now be gratefully received. Please join me in singing Spirit of Life.
Spirit of life, come unto me, sing in my heart all the stirring of compassion. Blow wind, rise in the sea, move shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
We will be participating this summer in a worship collaborative. I'm excited to report. This is with the UU Church in Edmonton and the Westwood Church in Edmonton, the church in Saskatoon, and the church in Kelowna are all going to contribute to this. So it will be online worship every Sunday. This coming Sunday, I encourage you to join me. I'm going to be at the Unitarian Universalist Association General Assembly in Portland, Oregon. It's the world's largest gathering of UUs. And we always have extraordinary worship that final Sunday. So next Sunday, the link will be in eNews. If you want to join me in Portland, I'll try to wave at you, say hello. It's really good, wonderful, inspiring worship. And it's so neat to see that many UUs in one place. Still amazes me. And then we're going to alternate with our other church friends. And so the good news about that is that if you're able to attend worship and appreciate the wonderful services that they're offering, then there's that coffee chat opportunity to meet UUs from some of these other churches and kind of build up that sense of solidarity and connection across our wider, not just our Western region, but a pretty wide group of UUs. And I think you find we have a lot in common and they're good people that are worth meeting. So those are some neat opportunities. And our days to share with this are going to be July 24th, August 14th, and August 28th. And thanks to Marcia and to Mariana Louise, who are offering to be our hosts. These are going to be pre-recorded services that we share, and they will be hosted then on Zoom so that everyone can participate in coffee chat afterwards. And so that's exciting. I will send out a bulletin that gives you that schedule and all of those links. Tomorrow's our deadline for all the churches to get in their links so we can make a little flyer for you. So take a look for that. With us, we have, of course, Stampede is coming up and there is a powwow. So we're hoping some folks will decide to go together to powwow and really enjoy that special opportunity. And then that second Sunday, July 17th, we have our Stampede breakfast sponsored by your Board of Trustees. I'm really looking forward to that, which again is followed by Peggy Rate's memorial service. And then in August, we have, of course, family camp. I'm very, very excited about this. And I hope you can join us. We'll certainly send back photos and videos if you're not able to come. And then on August 21st, your Committee on Shared Ministry is hosting a breakfast here on a Sunday. So we're trying to give a few opportunities to meet in person. I know other folks have some ideas about that. Again, eNews will continue. So continue to look there, continue to reach out to one another, check in with one another, see if there's some fun things you can go do to enjoy each other in person and just connect and socialize and have a good time this summer. And let us know. We're not disappearing off the face of the earth. We're just not having live worship. So if there's anything you need or any way that we can help you connect, please reach out to us. And again, we hope that you have a fantastic summer. I'm looking forward to finally getting on an airplane and going somewhere. It'll be the first time since COVID that I've gone back. We haven't seen our General Assembly people in person for 3 years. And then I get to go with my family to Fiji at the end of July. So I haven't seen my family in 3 years. So it's an exciting summer for me. And I hope it will be for you as well. For our closing words, again, I bless all of you to have a fabulous summer. I'll extinguish our chalice, never the flame of love and connection in our hearts. That one doesn't want to go. These are the words of Cynthia Landrum. We leave this gathered community, but we don't leave our connection, our concerns, our care for one another, our service to each other, to the world, and to our faith continues. Until we are together again, friends, be strong, be well, be true, be loving. Blessed be. Now, please join me for coffee hour. First, we're going to sing Rise and Body Your Spirit and sing Fire of Commitment. And those of you online, we'll put up the link to the coffee chat. We hope you can stick around and talk. Amen, ashe, and blessed be. That's a wrap, folks.
From the light of days remembered, words of beacon bright and clear, guiding hands and hearts and spirits into faith set free from fear. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when our hunger and our passion meet to call us on her way, when we live with deep assurance of the flame that burns within, then our promise finds fulfillment and our future can begin. From the stories of our living rings a song both brave and free, calling pilgrims still to witness to the life of liberty. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when our hunger and our passion meet to call us on our way, when we live with deep assurance of the flame that burns within, then our promise finds fulfillment and our future can begin. From the dreams of youthful vision comes a new prophetic voice, which demands a deeper judgment.